Hey gang, this is Travis Garza, and today we're just doing a little bit of a live interview with the two coaches who actually are the head of Evolve and the Success. And obviously, a lot of you know Amanda and Carmen. Been with Garza's for a long time. Actually, at one time, they were actually, when they first came here, people that were overweight and actually had to work on finding that adjustment and that missing link, if you want to call it, to keep the weight off and continue on. And a little bit about Evolve. Being in this industry for over 2 decades, I constantly am meeting people with a need. That's the key to success in the fitness industry. You can't go out and have something and force it on people. You've got to meet them where they're at. And you know, the challenge at one time, we were meeting people where they were at. All the different programs I've done, from my private training into our camp locations, always trying to talk to the individual, the person that struggles with their weight, going to them and finding out what they need. So for a few years now, I have been contemplating on where we need to go with those people who actually are at a conscious level of knowing that simply eating, working out, and weight loss has not been a success story for them. It's actually been a temporary success. And don't get me wrong, all diets work, keto, intermittent fasting, it all works. My question to you is, how long does it work? And how long do you sustain that? That's the key word, is being able to sustain. So meeting people where they're at, it could be somebody, look, I haven't done anything in 6 months. I need something just to get started. And that would be simply, you know, coming to our camps, starting to try to work on your eating. We have people that have been here for years that have done a lot of different stuff, and they come to the wording, I don't know why I quit. It works. I don't know why I sabotage myself. And you know what? Most of them don't even know why they're sabotaging themselves. They just know it's happening. They're going down, they've lost weight, they're doing great, and they wake up one day and they put the weight back on. It's like they unconsciously are doing it. And here's the truth of the matter, they are. So what I've done is I set out and said, I need to have a program that's limited to, what do we take, how many people at a time? 10? Yeah, 10 people. Because it needs to be individualized, and it's got to be for the person who's ready to evolve. Evolve into digging in, finding out what's the cause and the reason emotionally why you continue to put the weight back on. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of you don't even realize what it is. That's what Evolve was created for, and that's what these two amazing coaches have been doing over the last, how many months have we been doing this now?
Since August.
Since August. They have incredibly done an amazing job at finding a way, privately coaching individuals, so there's nobody around to listen, getting them to open up with a series of questions that unlock the subconscious to allow you to consciously start actually understanding what maybe one of the underlying issues are. And that can be, you know, emotional. It can lead to crying on the calls. That's why it's private. There's a lot of emotions involved here. So it's not just eat, work out, and a raw session. That's not what it's about. We deep dive into some questions to find out what your underlying issue or issues are. There can be several underlying issues, but they have been doing an amazing job over 8-week periods of helping people to realize consciously what that is. And once you understand what the roadblock is, it can be from a childhood memory, it can be something somebody said at one time. All it takes is somebody to say a certain thing at a certain time for a switch to happen. It's happened to me. If you've read my book, The Day I Died from Anxiety, my parachute story. The kid came out with a bigger parachute than I did as a child, and it was a day of switching to thinking I was less than, or I deserve to be second place. So these things are important for someone who's like, I'm tired of going from program to program. I think the word is yo-yoing up and down. You're looking for something in regards to an answer, and that's individual. That's different. It's unique. It's not cookie cutter. It can't be done in a group setting. It has to be done on a private coaching level, and that's what Evolve was created for. So, you know, Amanda and Carmen, I will give full credit. I came up with the concept of the program, and they took it, and they have molded it based on their own experiences. That's the key here. They have struggled with their weight. They understand where you're at. So they relate to you. I've even heard them on their calls from other people that they got emotional and started crying with the client because they've been there, so they relate to it. So I want you to understand the depth of this program and how much, you know, it's changing lives. So Amanda, like, what's some of your takeaways from the people you've been coaching?
A lot of times you guys are inside of it. You're living it on a daily basis, so you're not really seeing any of the issues or the problems in how you're approaching your weight loss. We're able to take a step back, and I know Travis has said this many times, we get that bird's eye view of your daily life. We get to take a step back and just listen to you, so we're able to kind of guide you in a different way to get you to that success point.
Carmen, what's been your takeaways?
I think one of the biggest things is just getting to dive deep with you guys and figure out really what your real struggle is, and what's causing your struggle. That it's not, the struggle doesn't go away. I think that's one of my biggest takeaways in the last year or so with my own journey, is the struggle doesn't go away, and we expect it to be perfect. And it's not perfect. We can't do it with willpower. So digging deeper and figuring out those triggers and realizing that perfect isn't real. That we want like 80%. And if you continue that way and not expect that perfection, that you're gonna make those huge changes. And another thing is just diving deeper into, those big changes. Like somebody that is, I know we've talked about in the past, the 6-week challenge, but are wise, but digging in, and some people may have, struggled. They don't want to go to whitewater because they're afraid they might be too overweight to get on a ride with their children, and then they get to go and they don't have to worry about it anymore. So your worth isn't in that scale. So just.
Yeah, and she said it. I mean, and part of the Evolve program, I'll just tell you, kind of stems over from my private coaching program, is just what she said about whitewater. That's more of a confidence and self-esteem thing. In reality, you can logically say to yourself, nobody really cares that you're out there at whitewater in your bathing suit. It doesn't change the fact of how you feel. When you start putting in place things that we teach you in Evolve, in itself, just the action of some of the things we find out about you that we get you to address starts automatically building self-esteem, confidence, and most importantly, it's an automatic form of self-love. That's what the key is to Evolve here, is just the actions of what we teach you to do and guide you into. It starts resonating to the subconscious as self-love. You may not actually look at it as self-love. I'm talking simply something like going to the grocery store and purchasing the foods to help you to move forward in itself. If you are coached and shown that's a form of self-love, you start feeling that. And it's a good feeling. It's kind of like after you're done with a workout. We all know that feels amazing. Teaching you and guiding you and coaching you and unlocking the subconscious so you start feeling that same high from making the right choices, doing the right thing that you know is the right thing. Non-negotiable. In a world of controversy, there's one thing we all come together on, and that is the way we eat, the way we sleep, work out, all can lead to the right thing, which builds self-confidence, self-esteem, and then you're at a place where I'm very comfortable with myself. I'm not content. I mean, I'm content, but I'm not complacent. See, there's the balance there, is finding that peace right now. What so many people do on the typical eat this, work out, lose weight, you are basing your happiness on an outcome. You're waiting for the outcome to find that joy and that happiness. And look how much of your life you're wasting waiting for that, and how much of your life you don't realize you still have. We never know. We're going to show you how to be content and be happy as you move forward, okay, with the changes. And one of the things is finding that missing piece that is keeping you, our missing pieces, from losing weight, but most importantly, keep it off. And it starts, I agree, it starts with an eating program that you like, okay? I mean, if you're eating a bad, use the word diet, it's just a matter of time before the subconscious starts kicking you out of that system and you don't even realize it. The minute you entertain that you don't like a certain food is the minute the subconscious starts working without you knowing to move you out of that system. That's where it comes into, I don't know why I quit. I don't know why I don't continue on. There's something that you don't like It's minimal, but it's enough to get the subconscious to work towards being an unquestioning servant to show you the way out and to exit. I want you to think about that for a minute. So we are super excited about this program as it continues to grow. And right now, yeah, the holidays are here. Why are we talking about right now? We want the people, the 10 people who are, I don't care if it's holiday or not, I'm ready to take that step and unlock and dive in and be emotional and possibly be a little upset, but it's privately. That's the key here. It's a private coaching. This is not in a group where everyone's listening, okay? This is going to be private, and that's the key to evolve being so successful. To unlock it, let you get emotional, stir up that stuff that's been buried for so long, stuff that you buried, that someone said that maybe the way you were raised, or maybe your relationship thinking that all food's bad, all these things. We're going to stir it up, get it out there emotionally, and then we're going to let it settle to a much more solid and sound, caring place in your heart. So with the Evolve program, we take 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
How many weeks long is it?
8 weeks.
8 weeks long, and how many private coaching sessions?
There's 4 30-minute, we do a Zoom call. We think that face-to-face interaction lets us get to know you. You get to see our face, so there's a little bit more of a connection. We're able to have those conversations and dive a little deeper while looking at each other. On the phone, just seems a little bit disconnected. We really want to make sure that we are building that relationship so that we can help guide you the best we can.
And Carmen, is there homework assignments?
Yes.
Okay.
I think there's 3 of them that we do throughout. Yeah.
Okay. And these are not easy homework assignments. It's not a simple Q&A. It's making you think, and then you're going to get on a call and discuss them, and they usually cause emotional feelings to come up, and that's part of it, getting you to recognize what it is that's been holding you back.
Can I hop in really quick with
yeah.
the homework?
Yep.
So if you've done a challenge, especially the revamp, we had homework that was due on certain weeks and all this stuff. This is a very, I don't want to say relaxed, but more relaxed program. There's no checking in, there's no having to do your homework and turn it in at a certain time. This is something to help benefit you. So it's a much less stressful approach. So you're not worried about checking in, you're not worried about all of that. We're actually worried about just that interaction, breaking it down a little bit deeper. Like Travis said, we do have a meal plan that you're going to follow, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. We dive a whole lot deeper on our calls. I mean, I don't think we really talk about diet too much.
No.
So what we're going to be doing is it's an 8-week program. You're going to get 4 one-on-one calls with your coach. And then 2 times during the 8 weeks, I bring everybody into a group. You do not have to participate. There's no you have to talk. I bring an agenda and do some things to get you to think differently. And those that want to participate, which they always do, we really move the needle forward. And you know, the way I look at it is on a scale of 1 to 10, if most of you are at a 2, if we move you to a 7, I feel like we've been successful. And we have been, well, they have been so far because they are the ones making this work just with the relation they're building with people and how it's working. So today, we are going to open up for what we call, this isn't any charge to this, it's called a clarity call. And how long are they?
30 minutes.
30-minute clarity call. You're going to get on with Amanda and Carmen, whichever one, they'll split them up. Talk to you about where you're at, where you're going, and how we can create a plan to get there. And then you make a decision if this is right for you or not. And you know, you may want to fill 1 to 10 spots that we're going to be doing before, when's the next kickoff?
January 8th.
January 8th will be the start of the next Evolve program. Nothing going on right now. We let you do the holidays, but we do want our 10 people. And you know, you don't see a lot about Evolve because there is only 10 people going through it during an 8-week period, and then we'll surface again and talk about it a little bit more. But we have a pretty cool video. How are we going to send that out?
I can put it in the comments once we get off the live.
Okay.
You'll be able to click on it and watch the video.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. The girls, Amanda, put together. I think you'll like watching, kind of seeing a little bit, help you to like really understand what we're about here. But this is an amazing program, and it will be the way of the future in regards to Garza's, because we are getting people once and for all to move forward and not temporarily. by understanding whatever it is that's been holding them back. So if you guys have any questions, put them in the comment section here. Even after this live is over with, we'll go in and answer them. We'll put that video in there. Is the link to sign up for a clarity call going to be in there?
It'll be there too.
Okay, we're gonna put the link in there for the clarity call. Book it. There will be certain times, and get on a 30-minute call, and let's see what we can do to help you evolve. Hey, love you guys. We look forward to seeing you as one of the 10, and have a Merry Christmas. We'll talk to you soon.